It's a people, it's a community, it's a life, it's a heart, it's a spirit.
Parents of gay children say, I want my son, my gay son, to have the same opportunity to come to me and say, hey, Dad, I'm getting married, as my non-gay son or my non-gay daughter.
The heck would you want a picture of a tattoo of $1,000 on your penis for?
You might just need to satisfy yourself sexually alone at that point.
Do I regret it? Not one bit. Did I think that I would actually take it to the next step and do it again? You know.
And what goes into their life, how they handle it. There are 12 houses, and each one of those has a particular function.
Look into yourself, think about it, and just be whoever it is that speaks to you.
Hello and welcome to Talking About. My name is John Griffith, and today I have a rising singing sensation with me, Liz Clark. Welcome.
Thank you.
So, you're pretty much all over the place these days, traveling a lot.
Yeah.
So it's good meeting a lot of interesting people and
Definitely.
taking them to new places and just getting your message out.
Yeah, definitely. I've been all over. Just even in the last 6 months or something, I've been in Ireland and England and
Wow.
all through the Midwest. And I just went to Utah last week, and it's been crazy.
So it's great. So it's, I mean, a lot of good things are happening.
Yeah.
A lot of successes coming your way.
I hope so. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But that's the now.
Yes.
And every story has a beginning. So I just kind of want to start with yours.
Okay.
So you knew that you wanted to pursue music from what age?
I guess I was about 12 when I found my dad's old guitar, and he hadn't used it in years, and it was in a closet, and I was a giant Beatles fan, and I decided I'd learn every Beatles song known to man.
Oh, wow.
And my dad, who kind of lost his dream of playing guitar, he's one of those guys that got a guitar and never played it, and realized his daughter could play it. He was the one who set up some gigs for me. He called up this Irish pub in Denver, from Denver, Colorado, and said, hi, I have a 12-year-old daughter, and he just wanted to drink, I think, but he said, can she come and play these gigs, and can she do an open mic, is what he asked first. So he said, well, you have to be there because she is a minor, so he'd bring the whole family down.
Okay.
And I played about 6 songs, all originals at that point. And then the owner of that little bar said, well, will you come back every Tuesday and I'll pay you $15?
Oh.
And that was like, great, I am in the music industry, So.
That's great. So this is at 12 years old?
Yep, so that was it, and I've been playing gigs ever since.
So were you completely self-taught?
Yes, well, I took piano lessons like every young, good girl should.
Okay.
And then once I discovered guitar, piano wasn't as cool anymore. But now piano's extremely cool, and I'm really glad that I got the lessons in. So I never got guitar lessons, but I'm way better at piano, and I love to have both instruments now on stage when I play.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
See, if I'd known that a little bit earlier, I would have had a keyboard over here.
Oh well.
Next time, so for that, you're just going to have to come back because you are going to perform later on in the show.
Yes, I am. Yeah.
So, okay, so well, there's a couple of years between 12 and now, at least 2 or 3.
Yes, at least 2 or 3.
At least 2 or 3.
Okay, I'm 26. Yeah. So I guess what happened is eventually I just played every place in Colorado that you could possibly play.
Okay.
And I was about 21 and just sort of really sick of living in the place that I grew up, as most good 21-year-olds should.
Right.
And decided to move to New York City and kind of see what inspiration I could draw and see if I could meet many new contacts or anything like that.
But
So
was that sort of a little bit of a shock to the system, being a big fish in a little pond, to the cold streets of New York?
I think so, definitely. Yeah, but I think also I was just feeling like a rebel, and anything to get out of Colorado was good at that point. So I felt really cool to be in New York, and yeah, I don't know. It definitely was a shock, and I had to just start working so hard. I was working at Guitar Center and working at let's see, just like nightclubs, being the coat check girl, you know, just like doing every job that you possibly could to just make rent happen and that kind of thing.
Right, but playing all along.
Definitely playing everywhere I could play and making lots of friends. And now it's been 5 years since I've been here, so I've really made some wonderful friends, and I love New York for all that. So.
Through all the changes in the move, was your style growing and evolving along the way?
Yeah, definitely. I think once you move into the little fish in a big pond, then you get to see all the amazing talent that's out there, and there's just a lot of heart and a lot of artistic personalities and lots of creativity in New York. So that's really inspiring. And in Colorado, there are those people too, but there's just less of them, and they're more, you know, working class kind of people. And,
right.
You know, so I definitely inspired by New York and LA.
If you were to say put the first recording that you were, really enthusiastic about to something off the new album, which we're gonna go into more detail and discuss in just a second.
Okay.
What changes would you say have occurred in your style?
Well, my first recording, I was probably about 18 or something, and I didn't really know what I was doing in the studio, and I just had a couple friends that we were in a band, and and I had little songs that I wrote, and we had really cheap studio time and all that. So it's changed quite a lot, even just sonically, speaking.
I mean, technology has changed as
well. And technology, yeah, and it's a lot easier to record cheap now and have it sound really good. So, so this CD actually has a producer that kind of comes in and helps just kind of hone in the songs, and there's just a higher level of musicianship, and the musicians on there are good, and I've obviously grown as an instrumentalist and a singer, I would hope, and but then also as a lyricist, I think just once you get older, you just begin to pick up more metaphors about life, and you learn things and get your heart broken, and so I would say I've probably grown a lot.
So, and the disc is called Pursuits.
It's called Pursuit, yeah.
And just your own personal growth and where you are when you're writing and recording is, in most artists, it's reflected in the work.
Yes, yeah, it's definitely autobiographical. And this album, I feel like this is kind of like a melting of ice a little bit. The album right before this was one called Hand on the Stove, and it was kind of a good defiant breakup album, that everybody needs one of those in their collection. And this one is sort of about falling in love again and kind of just letting more emotions come out and being present with who you are now and being a little unsure and being okay with that, and kind of, so it's a bit softer and a bit more, I don't know, lovely or something. I don't know if that's the right word to call it.
So that would probably indicate that you're at a similar place in your life where things are going well personally as well as professionally.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So that's always good. That's always good.
Right.
And I love the defiant stuff, and I love the feel good stuff.
Right.
But feel good is good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's also though it's at a point where it's not comfortable to fall in love and give up a part of yourself. So that's a lot about what that album is about, too. So it's not all good, but it's definitely, it just explores those feelings of what you have to give up to let your heart feel more or something. I don't know.
I mean, well, how difficult is it to expose that part of yourself to an audience, or even in recording where it's a more limited audience, but to get on stage and that it's revealing a part of yourself, and just to lay that bare before a crowd.
Right. Well, I feel like I usually know that it's a pretty good song if I feel a little embarrassed about revealing it to people, and I think that's only because you don't often get to talk to people every day about your innermost feelings, and it's pretty vulnerable anyway. But if you're but it is probably, if it kind of cuts close to the skin in some way and it makes me feel a little bit vulnerable in that way, it's probably pretty good, because people don't get to do that often.
Right.
And I think people kind of react to that. And even though I'm not talking directly to them or singing directly to them, it's still, people always know what I'm talking about. And they've had their own instances too. So.
Right. Especially, yeah, if I can tell that you're telling the truth.
Exactly. Yeah. Definitely. I think that's the biggest thing, is if I'm so embarrassed almost because it is the truth, that's the very best thing you could almost be, you know.
Yeah. So, and again, you are touring a lot. So,
Yeah.
and in your travels, you've been interacting with more and more fans.
Yeah.
And what are some of the unique fan experiences that you've run into?
Wow. I don't know. Sometimes there's good and bad. But I'll just talk about some good. Just last weekend, I went to southern Utah, and in my mind, just a bunch of Mormons live there, and I thought it would be pretty conservative, and it ended up being one of the most stunningly beautiful places, and the people really reflected how beautiful it was, the surroundings were, and you know, and I ended up, the first night I got there, they all had camper vans and stuff, and we ended up drinking 3-2 beer, which I didn't even know what that was, but there's less alcohol, I guess, because it's such a conservative place.
Okay.
You can't get real alcohol, kind of. So we just had, like, you know, 19 3-2 beers before you feel anything. And it was like one of the weirdest experiences. There's all these people I'd never met before, but we were around a campfire, and, you know, it was great, though.
Okay, yeah, that sounds. I mean, it really sounds like a lot of fun.
It was beautiful.
And what's one of the more odd experiences that you've had?
Odd experiences. Every now and then I get kind of a weird fan or something that's oh, I don't know, because I don't want to sound mean, but you know, when you can just tell a person is a little off or something, or
Yeah, well, different can be good.
Yeah.
But
Oh, right.
different-
No, I
different-
love different. I love different, but sometimes
sometimes different can be scary too.
sometimes different can be a bit scary, or you know, sometimes people will draw pictures, or sometimes people will get gifts, you know.
Okay.
And so I've gotten like one concert ticket, and they say, "Well, I have the other concert ticket." So, but I've never met them, so they want us to go together.
Yes.
Or you know, gotten flowers, or those. That's nice, I guess. But one time I got a USB, like what is that?
A
Those little
flash drive?
chips, like a flash drive, and I open it up, and it's just like all these mocked together newspaper articles that probably were for Madonna or something, but somebody had like put Liz Clark in there, and I really still don't understand the purpose of that, and it was just sort of given to me and then run off, and I'm kind of like, what's that, you know? And it would say Liz Clark on David Letterman tonight or something, you know.
Okay. Well, that can be kind of fun.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
just look at it as it was given in that spirit.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
So is the first single off the disc out and getting a little bit of play now?
Well, the release date
Oops,
is
I'll
at the
get
end
that
of
later.
this month, and there is going to be a little radio play on it in college radio stations for, you know, starting about now for the next 8 weeks or something.
Okay.
And so yeah, I'd say if you have a college radio station that's around, then
Okay. Which song should they be requesting?
they would be requesting
First, anyway, because I'm sure they're all going to be hot requests.
right. Yeah,
Eventually.
they could request a song called "Feet on the Ground."
Okay.
Let's say, if they liked it. But yeah, there are a couple places.
No,
There's
I mean, when I first listened to it, it took me away, and
Oh,
I
thanks.
really enjoyed it a great deal.
Thank you
So,
very
and I'm
much.
sure the audience will also. Well, where can people find out a little bit more information?
My website is a good place, and that's lizclarkmusic.com. I
Okay.
have no E on the end of Clark. Some
Okay.
people do that. And I have a MySpace page. A lot of people like MySpace, and that's myspace.com/LizClark.
Okay, and well, we have the www.talkingabout.info website. This show is going to be posted up there, and those two links will be right below the show on the page.
Great.
So when people visit your site, what kind of information can they find there?
They can find when I'm playing next. And then I also have kind of a fun journal page where I put up blogs and random musings of my life, from illustrations or whatever, silly videos and stuff that I do.
So do you do most of the content on the site yourself? Is it all?
I
pretty
didn't
much from you?
design it.
Okay, but
But yeah, I usually upload all the stuff, and I'm pretty
okay.
in
So
charge of
it's
all
really
that.
you, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, especially the journal page, because
Okay.
I can do that pretty easily. So yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay. So again, the website is
LizClarkMusic.com.
and myspace.com/
Liz Clark.
Okay.
No
Well,
music on that one.
So check out our page, www.talkingabout.info. And again, through that, you can get to both of Liz's pages. And you're going to be performing for us in just a second.
Yep.
So I'm going to thank you very much for being here. And we're going
Thank
to
you.
have the audience just blink for a second in a moment. And
Okay.
then you'll be, in the wink of an eye, set up to perform. So thank
Don't
you
go
again.
anywhere.
Don't go anywhere. Quick as a flash.
Yeah,
Okay, be right back.
thank you.
You're a knife, dear, and hot butter. We're out here shooting ducks on a pond. We work, dear, for one reason. Ain't no other place that we belong. I wanna take you to a place where it's quiet. Sit back and watch the sun go down. It'd be so nice to get out New York City. Finally find a place to just hang around. And I'm not that heavy when you look. Try to keep it down right. Keep it on the ground, keep it on the ground. Maybe I'm a rich man too. My feet are on the ground. Now I'm sitting in my apartment. I call you up to say I miss your eyes. 2 different time zones, 2 different countries. I go to bed while you watch the sunrise. I know it ain't quite a fairy tale, honey, but people still would kill for what we got. We'll settle down, maybe outside in the country. Get through this, we'll come out on top. And I'm not that heavy when you look. Try to keep it down right. Keep it on the ground, keep it on the ground. Maybe I'm a rich man too. My feet are on the ground. Maybe we'll meet on the other side. 'Cause I just can't believe in the morning you put so much work in. At night you just go to sleep. And I'm not that heavy when you look. I try to keep it down right. Keep it on the ground, keep it on the ground. Maybe I'm a rich man too. My feet are on the ground. I'm not that heavy when you look. I try to keep it down right. Feet are on the ground, feet are on the ground. Maybe I'm a rich man too. My feet are on the ground. My feet are on the ground. My feet are on the ground. Okay. Moving right along, I'm going to play a song called Break My Heart. Lean your world onto me. Ball your hands up beside me. Push your head into my neck and break my heart. Parking lot by the highway smells like gas. We've been drinking shots of whiskey, ease your heart of glass. And brain answered brain, heart answered heart. And tonight we're going home in separate cars and lean your world onto me. Ball your hands up beside me. Push your head into my neck and break my heart. There's a little place down the street we can go. I think it just opened up. Nobody will know us there, and you can tell me all your secrets. We'll know it's wrong, and tonight I'll go home and put them into a song and lean your world onto me. Ball your hands up beside me. Push your head into my neck and break my heart. Lean your world onto me and break my heart. Ball your hands up beside me and break my heart. Push your head into my neck and break my heart. And break my heart. Ooh, 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 So, one more I think I have time for, right? Okay. This one is called Underground. Your face, it's been out in the crowd, and I just wanna single you out. I'm up here putting on such a show, but you see me when I'm finally home, and I'll follow you. Sometimes that's hard to say, but I'll follow you. This is love that I found. Oh baby, please don't throw me back to the underground. And if this is love that I found, oh baby, please don't throw me back to the underground. I feel like I'm finally able to thank you for being someone so stable, to brace me when I'm up there flying or choked up with my guts on the clothesline. I'm not afraid. Sometimes that's hard to say, but I'm not afraid. And if this is love that I found, don't throw me back to the underground. I've been chasing a dream so long. I've been riding up and down that stream, and I guess one thing that I never really told you was how lonely it all was. It's been hard times, we've formed a bond since, and I think of you as somebody constant. And folks now seem to come and they go, but you're someone I'm just proud to know. Throw me back to the underground. And if this is love that I found, oh baby, please don't throw me back to the underground. Oh baby, please don't throw me back to the underground. Oh, one more. Never mind, that's not it. Okay, let's see. How about, okay, the song is called Hard Times. Come home, long time away. Still, things still seem the same. What do I need? What do I need? Question, trying to hold it all in. Will I go back?